But podcast was unknown at that time.
Yeah.
And then so that's when we did Drink Champs again. We said it, we did it, and
Did people know what you guys were doing though?
they called us nerds.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the hip hop community? Did they think, was there any conversation of N.o.r.e. fell off and he's doing this?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm so glad you asked that. I was waiting for this the
Right.
whole time.
Yeah.
And guess what? Can you see any of one of your favorite rappers without a podcast right now?
Tell me about it, man. And respectfully so. Come on.
Yes. Listen,
Respectfully so.
Joe and Jada
Yeah.
is two of my friends. I love them. But I look at them and I say, look at me.
Yeah. Did any of
Look
them
at me. Hold on, let me finish. Look at me. You can look at Jadakiss's intro, and I'm like, that's N.o.r.e.'s intro. You can look at Fat Joe's mannerism of every time he cut somebody off. You don't think who you think he got that from? I just cut you off.
You're right. Yeah.
Who you think he got that from?
He's been watching.
But by the way, this is who I am. I salute that.
Yeah.
I salute that they took our formula, because if you look at the two most guests that we ever had on Drink Champs, it's Fat Joe and Jadakiss.
Amen.
I was one of the first to do that.
I don't think anybody can argue that though.
But they did argue that. But they did. So this is what I'm trying to say. I was one of the first. When I did it, people were saying this is for nerds. Podcast is for nerds. So when I said, and other people I was like, yo, the only podcast that matters is Drink Champs, and I named I believe $1 million worth of game, and I named Joe Buttons, and people took it personal, and they said, why would N.o.r.e. say that? And that's not what I meant. What I meant was we the first that made it cool. The other people who did it was Cypher Sounds and Peter Rosenberg. God bless them. I love them so much. But people didn't want to be Cypher Sounds and Rosenberg. When I did it, I'm smoking bud. I'm drinking. People were saying, man, I could do that. I can do what N.o.r.e. is doing, and I'm still being myself. And now, I promise you, I look at podcasts, I look at people, and they bit everything I'm doing. They're trying to be their self, and guess what? If I'm mad at that, that's my fault. That's what I wanted to happen. So I can't say, hey, can you please wear that black Nike hoodie? And then you wear the black Nike hoodie, and you wear the same black Nike hoodie that I wear on that day, and now I'm mad at you.
Right.
I asked you to do this.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Noreaga has jumped out there once again and spoke in words of, I got to just call it what it is, double talking and taking it back, saying this, saying they biting and they bit my style. When I see them, I see me, and I love it. I'm like, wow. And I had a link to the description where you can watch the clip at the beginning in full, because they talked about it a lot more on Big Boy's Neighborhood, where Noreaga made this appearance, and it got clipped up and put on all the blogs, and you can imagine so, especially for Jada and Joe and Jada, as he said directly right there, I see them and they see me. His intro, the way he cutting people off, he getting all that for me. This is that. And then they was my two most viewed guests, and you seen Fat Joe, the algorithm for chaos, push that directly in my face on IG where he was in the comments right there. Then also, that's why I called the capital C's. They showed me on Instagram where Jadakiss was liking it. Boy, I say, man, the algorithm on the internet is hell, boy. It will take you down through there and let you see some things. But when I heard him say this right here, just saying that with Joe and Jada, I was like, what is N.o.r.e. really talking about here? Because their whole approach is different. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe they said something about podcasting in the past that they didn't respect it or something, but I don't know, bro, because they formats ain't the same. I look at Drink Champs, everybody drinking, chilling, getting high, and telling their whole life story on there. Theirs is more of like, hey, we got an episode, come through, pop it. We got people coming through. They just released a new album. They on the media run. Young, old, Noreaga, and then when they came in the game, they was sitting down like fully telling like almost whole life and career stories for a few hours and things like that. I didn't look at that as all the same, and they not on there smoking and drinking either, and that was really one of the selling points of Drink Champs. So when he's saying that with Joe and Jada, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't get it at all. And y'all got to think, bro, Noreaga is the same dude that was on the internet at one point in time. He got to just wear it, bro. Just wear it. It is what it is, no matter how you feel. And maybe this is your way of, like, you are competing and you just don't understand how this stuff is coming off. You the same guy that was on the internet saying you was making fun of people trying to do podcasts. So when you throw that type of stuff out there, now you say this, the words like biting, oh, they biting me, they biting off of me. That's like there's no way to see that other than a diss to me. Maybe I'm not, I'm not from the side, but when somebody say you biting or they bit everything that I did, that doesn't sound very complimentary to me just from afar. And then let's be clear as well as, for me, I didn't come into the game based off of seeing Noreaga, and there was podcasts before Noreaga. The people went and lined it up. You can go look in the comments. A lot of people saying this Joe Budden is the one that really pioneered it for rap and hip hop. That was that for me. I didn't see Combat Jack early on. Most definitely condolences. Rest in peace and God bless his soul. People pointed out that Snoop had, when he had that network back in the game, like 2011, he had a podcast on there. I also was hip to Tax Stone before I saw Noreaga. I was hip to Rap Radar before I really saw Noreaga. Then I was on Joe Budden. Didn't even know I was listening to a Joe Budden podcast because I would catch the clips on YouTube and Joe Budden. And everybody gonna have different experiences with podcasts. Somebody might have seen N.o.r.e.drink Champ say, oh, that make me want a podcast, or that make me want to jump in this game and do my thing on the podcast side because I like what they doing. That wasn't that for me because I came in off the base of like Joe Budden because they didn't have guests. Because I know I ain't got no reach to get these top tier artists or rappers or legendary people in the game or celebrities like Noreaga can. So I'm thinking like, hey, bro, the Joe Budden is more of a one that I can do on my own, and I ain't got to know nobody. We could build something up like that over here on this way. I never looked at Noreaga way, which he been lit. He got a niche in a place in the game and then done big things over there. But the way he worded it, I'm just not getting it when these podcasts be having different approaches. And a lot of people will tell you, like Joe Budden, one of them ones, shout out $1 million worth of game. Of course, they going crazy. They got their own lane and way that they do things. But even right now, you look at the Let's Rap About It, they don't even have guests. So it's like, who is he really just talking to right now? I'm just keeping it 100. I don't know what Noreaga is talking about, but it's coming off as, hey, everybody getting their shine on now, and everybody in the game now, and I'm not doing it by myself, and I'm not the only ones doing it. But this is what happened when people say, hey, this is a new thing that's lit and it ain't going nowhere. It's a show. People talk how they feel. It's always something to talk about, whether it be barbershop talk, whether it's just, hey, we want to talk about sports or anything of that nature. So I don't really know what he meant by that right there, but that didn't make sense to me the way he's saying that. I love this media game. I love the culture, the lifestyle. I've been doing it since I came out the womb. And this is like a big blessing just to be able to do this thing right here, bro, in any facet, any level. Like me not even being on officially on the format of a podcast, but I do that as well with the guys on Studio 56. But yeah, I didn't understand what Noreaga was talking about right there. Maybe I'm tripping. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I got most stuff dropping on the Patreon. We got a new one on there as well. Y'all lock in for it. Make sure you stay on your pivot. 1,000 for shit.